You want to know about guardian angels? You want to know about God talking to you through people? I have a story to tell y'all. Hold on. Boom. It's 2017. I'm living in Chicago. By this time, I've been living in Chicago for probably like 2 years now, and I was working at Target on State Street. I was working at Target for probably like a year and some change, and I needed some change. Yeah, I needed some change big time. So while I was working at Target, I was also still freelancing in photography, videography, and social media marketing, and I was a photographer assistant. So I was hustling, okay? I was hustling, I was grinding, I was on my ish because I moved to Chicago to further my career in my videography and photography, also to like push my business at the time. I used to have a clothing line. Nonetheless, at this time, I'm going back and forth on whether or not I should quit because I'm like, I'm tired of doing this 9-to-5 thing because I don't have enough energy and time to do my freelancing, and sometimes I miss out on opportunities with my photographer assisting, like, but this is consistent money, you know? So I'm just going back and forth. And this, I think, was around like a June or July. That's what I don't remember verbatim, but that's what I'm feeling in my spirit. Like, I think it was like a June or July when all this happened, right? So on this particular day of all days, this was the day that God was like, I'm gonna give you an answer. Don't worry about it. So I worked in the market part of Target, right? Like I said, I used to work on State Street. So if you're familiar with Target on State Street, you know it's 2 floors. So I'm on the 2nd floor working in the market. I'm doing my thing. I have about 30 to 45 minutes left of work. So I was like, you know what? Let me go pull some dates, check the dairy aisle, kill some time off, but at the same time help out, close the shift. Just to give y'all a slight visual, I'm on a stepping stool doing my thing when an older black lady walks up, and not too much older, but at this time I was in like my mid-20s. She could have easily been mid-40s, you feel what I'm saying, or whatever have you. But nonetheless, an older black woman walks up. I'm doing my thing. We say hello. I'm like, how's it going? And she was like, how's it going? She was like, you stopped me from getting a discount the last time I was here. I was like, oh my God, I would never do that on purpose. I'm so sorry. She was like, girl, you probably don't even remember. I was like, I really don't. And then she starts the conversation about how we met. And as she's talking, I am stepping down because this is the beginning of something. So she was like, yeah, I was here the other day and your coworkers was helping me out and I almost had a free yogurt or a discount until you came over. Now, I don't remember if they called me over or I was already in the area and just walked over to help them. But nonetheless, she was like, yeah, you came over and you did what needed to be done in less than a minute. She was like, mind you, I was standing here with them for at least like 5 minutes or so. And you came over, helped, did what you need to do and went about your business. She was like, you were so polite, you were so quick and efficient, and you were done. And I'm like, yep, sounds like me. I make a little light joke, but I was like, I really don't remember, ma'am. I'm so sorry. And she was like, nah, I already know you probably don't remember. She's like, I could tell you're a very creative person. So I start to like, okay. I was like, yeah, I'm a little, I'm a little creative. I was like, yeah, I do photography, videography. Like, I'm just, pitching myself type of thing. Not thinking nothing of it. This woman, when I tell you, she looked at me dead in my eyes. She was like, yeah, I could tell you're into the arts. I could tell you're creative. She was like, I could tell you're witty. And she was like, yeah, you don't belong here. I said, huh? She was like, yeah, you don't belong working. She was like, this is not for you at all. You got to get out of here. She's like, I could see myself in you. And that's why I'm telling you, you don't belong here. Y'all, all of the little whimsical, little like, oh yeah, was at a halt. My ears was up. My antennas was up because, mind you, like I said earlier, I was just going back and forth in my mind all that month and the months before, deciding on what I should do about whether or not staying at this job or leaving it and just pursuing my business and my services full time. So for a stranger, a woman I didn't even remember meeting before, to tell me that, I knew that was God, right? This right here is what shook me. It's what shook me. She said, I see myself in you. Don't be like me. And then she goes on to tell me about how she was the first black woman, like music engineer in Illinois. And quick side. If this woman sounds like a woman please either send her this video or tag her or whatever. Or if you know her, please let her know that I listened to her that day. Okay? That little black girl she was talking to at Target in 2017 in the dairy aisle, who she said needs to leave. I listened to her. I listened, and now I'm living in LA. So please, but keep listening. So she goes on to tell me how she was the first black woman music engineer. I believe she said music engineer. The reason why I keep thinking about music engineer is because I remember her like moving her hands, and like I thought about like a music board, and she slightly like lit up even thinking about that, thinking about those days. And she was like, yeah, I was the first black woman music engineer in Illinois. And she was talking about how she had opportunities to like move out the city, other job opportunities, like going out the country, like all these things that came from that. But then she met a man and decided to stay in Chicago. Somewhere along the line, she became a paralegal. And she was like, I've been a paralegal ever since. And I watched the women around me who I started with become lawyers. Not because they were smarter than me, but because they went after it. That's the part that hit me the most. Not because they were smarter than her, but because they went after it. They went after it. So she keeps telling me more and telling me more, and she's as she's telling me more about herself, she's pouring into me. I'm fighting back tears at this point. She's tearing up, she crying, and when I tell you I'm holding back all my emotions, because I'm like, I'm still at work, and then I still got to get home. Like, I got to hold this in. But this woman is pulling at my heartstrings because you literally see me. Like, how do you see me? You don't even know me, but you see me. I'm talking about this woman was pouring into me as if she was my journal. The things I wrote in my journal, the prayers I done prayed to God. This woman is regurgitating it in different ways, damn near. Like, how do you know me like that? Because it's God talking through you to talk to me. And also talking through you for you as well.